Hey, my name is Steve. I am legally blind. I've got retinitis pigmentosa, and this little guy down here, well, he's not so little, is York, my amazing guide dog. Forward, straight across, straight on, mate. Up and up. He's the one that gets me around the place, and we've made quite a few videos on that. Good job, Yorkie. But in this video, I wanted to talk more about how sight loss, blindness, is an isolating experience. And I think a lot of people instantly, when you say you're blind, the first thing they think of is, oh, you can't drive. And that is an issue. It's something that you've got to work around. But in this video, I wanted to talk more about the other side of that isolation that you feel. And that's the social aspect, the communication side of things. And some ways that people in the sighted community can help somebody that's blind or vision impaired. So straight up, there's the obvious thing with communication. You don't get those visual cues from people. You don't get the nod, the wink and a smile. You can't pick up on those cues. But more than that, it's not seeing people. It's being able to walk down the street, and I can walk past a great friend and not know that they're there. Knowing that there are people there that I'd love to talk to, but walking straight past, that's isolating. That's a form of loneliness that I don't think most people understand. I think one of the worst forms of loneliness that you can have is being in a room full of people and they're chatting and laughing and having a great time, and you know that there are people in that room that you'd like to talk to, but not knowing where they are. That can be one of the worst forms of loneliness. So in this video, I wanted to talk just about a couple of ways that people can help somebody that's blind or vision impaired get through that loneliness. And the first thing is, it's a really small one, but say hi. But when you say hi, just add a few extra words and say, hey Steve, how you going? It's Mick. You know, those few extra words, those couple of extra words, so that you know who it is that you're talking to, makes such a difference. Most people, they hear somebody's voice and they have that visual cue, that facial recognition, but we don't have that. I'm pretty good with voices, but when you see someone out of context in a place that you're not expecting to see them, or it's a noisy environment and you can't quite pick up on the voice, it really does help when somebody identifies themselves when they say hello. And it's the same in a group. If you walk into a room full of people and somebody says, hey Steve, how you going? It's Mick. Sue and Kerry are here as well. Also Dave's over there, and Fred. It makes you feel included, and it puts you on an equal footing with everybody else, because other people, they walk into a room, they look around, they scan the room, and they know who's there, who they're going to talk to. A lot of social settings involve food and drink, and that's a big issue as well if you're blind or vision impaired. If somebody puts a drink down in front of you and they don't tell you it's there, well, that's got disaster written all over it. And I've been on the wrong side of that a couple of times. But if somebody puts a drink down in front of you and says, hey Steve, I'm just putting a drink in front of you, that's great. Even better if I work on the imaginary large clock that sits in front of me. So directly in front is 12 o'clock, just to the closest to me would be 6 o'clock, to the left would be 9 o'clock, and to the right would be 3 o'clock. And family and friends know.
You're going to go to beer at 12 o'clock.
I think so.
Cheers. Happy Valentine's Day.
If a meal arrives and you're at a cafe and you're with somebody that's blind or vision impaired, just to say, oh, your meal's there.
Got some crispy noodles and vegetables at 6 o'clock, and some curry chicken and rice at 12 o'clock.
Beautiful. Thanks so much. Small things that people can do that make you feel more at home in social settings. Like if you ask somebody for directions and you say, oh, is there a chair here somewhere? And they'll say, yeah, it's just there. Well, that's not really helpful. But to say to somebody that's blind or vision impaired in a really specific way, if you put your hand down about 2 feet in front of you on your right, you might be able to feel the back of a chair. You know, it paints a picture. And that's what you need as somebody with sight loss. I was actually having a conversation with somebody just last night, and we were talking about, you know, most people don't know somebody that's blind or vision impaired. And he said he was nervous about meeting me. What do I do? What do I say? So just a few things to remember. Identifying yourself when you meet somebody, identifying people in a group if you're in a group, and how to give assistance for someone if they ask for specific directions, or help someone if they're enjoying a coffee or a meal at a cafe. Little things, but really appreciated. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you got something from this video. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Steve Fox and York the Guide Dog. We make a few videos. We'd love it if you get the notifications so you find out what's going on with the channel. Smash that like button, it helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. We'd love to hear your comments down below as well. Do all that, and hopefully we'll be seeing you in our next video. Thanks for watching.